Happy International Women's Day. I'm so grateful to be speaking at the World Leaders Summit. I'm going to be talking about chasing your dreams. My name is Dr. Celeste and I'm a dentist based in the south of England. I study dentistry at one of the best dental schools in the world, King's College London. Now, we all have dreams, goals, things that we want to achieve with our lives. My big dream was to study dentistry. Many people often tell you that, your dreams may sound ridiculous. They sound crazy. Who are you to think that you could achieve such goals and dreams? But I'm here to tell you today that if you put in the hard work and effort, you can. I did, so why can't you? Now, my journey to study dentistry, to become a dentist, was not an easy one. I faced much adversity. When I was in school studying, many of my teachers told me that I wasn't going to get the grades to study dentistry. I should think of something else to study, something more suitable, something a bit easier than dentistry. And this did slightly dishearten me, but it also motivated me. It motivated me to work hard. It motivated me to push myself. It actually made me want to get to that goal even more. It made me want to chase that dream that bit more. I use those negative words, the negativity from people, to push me, to propel me towards my goals. And so I studied really hard and applied to study at dental school. But unfortunately, I didn't actually get the grades and I didn't get in. I didn't get a place to study dentistry. So of course I was slightly disheartened and I started to think, well, maybe they were right. Maybe my teachers knew best. Maybe they have the experience that I don't have and they've seen these things before and I should have listened to them. But my mother's my biggest role model and she's always taught me to fight for what I want. If you want something and you put in the hard work and effort, you can get there. This is something that had been instilled in me since a child. And so it sort of was my motivation. It kept me going, it kept me pushing, it kept me wanting to follow my dream, chase the dream of becoming a dentist. So I went on to study biomedical sciences at a very good university in London. And the idea was that after studying biomedical sciences that I would go on and apply again to study dentistry, this time with a degree. Now, there were plenty of times when I was studying this degree and I just thought, why am I doing this? I'm not enjoying this whatsoever. There's so many times when I just wanted to stop. I wanted to quit, but I remembered why I was studying this degree. I was doing it because I wanted to be a dentist. That was the dream. So I used this motivation to get through those exams and to graduate and finish that degree. And so I applied to study dentistry again, the second time round. Now this time I had the degree, so I had the required grades. I had more experience. I had so much work experience in so many different areas that how could they reject me this time? Of course I was going to get in. Of course I was going to become a dentist. But unfortunately, as I said, my journey was not an easy one. I didn't get in. I didn't get any offers. I was rejected again. This was so disheartening. And I just thought, what was all this work for? I'm sure at the time where you worked really hard and you thought, this is definitely it. I've definitely got there. This is the time. This is my time. And it's not. You don't get to the goal. You don't get to the dream that you've been working so hard for. And you do feel disheartened. I did. I felt that maybe those teachers were right. Maybe I just wasted time studying a degree that I didn't particularly enjoy for nothing. Was it all for nothing? Was this God's or the universe's way of saying, give up, stop? This is not meant for you. This is not for you. You don't deserve to do this. So many negative emotions so many negative words. When we're in these situations, we always talk to ourselves, generally in a negative way. And that pushes us further and further from that dream, further and further from that goal. I had to stop myself and say, this is what you want. You've worked for it, just try again. If you're persistent, you've put in the work. If you continue to do that, you will get there. You have to have that positive self-talk. And I did, that's exactly what I did. I went and got myself a job and decided to get a job as a dental receptionist because I thought, well, this is relevant to applying to study dentistry. Of course, this will help my application. Now, the job itself wasn't bad, but I have to tell you, it was the worst job I've ever had. And again, I questioned things. Why am I doing this? As I said, the job itself wasn't bad, but the hours, the work environment, it wasn't very nice. It was far from ideal. And I had to continuously remind myself the reason I was doing it. The reason I was doing it was so that I could go and study dentistry again. And so I applied for the third time round. This was it. Third time's a charm. I'm definitely going to get in this time. All I have to do is get into dental school, get through the 4-year degree, and I'll be fine. Now, I say 4-year degree because I was applying to study as a graduate. And here in the UK, you can only apply to 4 universities in each application round, and you can only apply once a year. And so this time round, I'd applied to 3 universities for a 4-year programme as a graduate and one in the standard 5 years. And yet again, I went for all the interviews and sadly was rejected. I didn't get any offers. How had I got to this point? How had I put in all this work? All the hours? I'd worked a job that I hated and I still didn't get in. Was this just really not meant for me? I started looking at other career options because I thought, well, I can't keep wasting time on this. I'm not getting any younger. I'm not getting any closer to the dream. The problem with looking at other career options and different things to do with my life was that I lacked the passion. I couldn't find anything else that I wanted to pursue because what I wanted to do was dentistry. That was the dream. That was the goal. It always was. And it wasn't just going to change overnight. I tried to change my mindset and tell myself that, well, dentistry is just not for you. There'll be something else out there that you can do that I'm sure you'll enjoy. And I did try to convince myself of this, although I knew that I did want to be a dentist still. So when I received a phone call about a month later from one of the universities saying, are you still interested in studying dentistry? A space has just become available and you're on the waiting list. I was so happy. I was ecstatic. This was honestly the best phone call I've ever had in my life. And of course I said, yes, please. I was so happy. I'd finally been accepted. I'd finally got to my goal, my dream. I'd chased my dream to study dentistry, to become a dentist. This was it. I was there. Wow, all I had to do now was just go to university, get through this 4-year programme, and that was it. Then I'd be Dr. Celeste, a dentist. I was so happy. I celebrated. I prepared myself to start studying again. And so things should have been smooth sailing. I'd put in all the hard work and effort. All I had to do now was just study and get through the degree. But as I said, my journey was not an easy one. And, you know, the adversity didn't stop there, although I'd got in to study dentistry. Within the first week of starting, I had some family issues. My mum and youngest brother actually became homeless. So understandably, that was an emotional time for me. I didn't reach out for help. I took the burden on myself. I also took it as a slightly financial burden. And so I started working part-time to not only support myself through the degree, but also to try and help my mum and my brother. I should have been putting in my 100% effort to studying, to doing all I could so that I could pass the exams, so that I could graduate as a dentist in those 4 years, but I didn't. And that was no fault of my own. My priorities had shifted. I didn't prioritize my dream of becoming a dentist. I was no longer putting in the hard work and effort. I'd almost stopped. I wasn't quite at the end of the goal. I hadn't got the dream yet. I wasn't a dentist yet, but I'd got in to study dentistry, so I was sort of partway there. And so I failed the first year, and understandably, I was very upset. I had to sort of appeal to stay and retake the year, and it was so stressful. So I had family issues going on. I'd failed the first year of dental school, and I thought, well, this is it. Shall I just give up now? I failed at the first hurdle. What's the point in carrying on? I put all this hard work and effort in to get where? Where am I now? I've got to redo this whole year. Can I actually pass these exams second time round? I'm not sure I can. Well, as you know, I am a dentist. I am Dr. Celeste. So I did go on and study and put in the hard effort and all the hard work. And it was hard. I won't lie, it was hard. I had to put in a lot of work, but I did get there. I managed to finish all of my exams, and the day that I found out that I'd graduated and passed, I was so happy, almost as happy as receiving that first phone call to say that I'd got a place to study. I'd finally done it. All the hard work, the effort, the tears, the ups, the downs, I'd got there. I'd reached my goal. I'd chased my dream. I think despite any adversity you may face, any negativity you have in your life, if there's something that you really want to do, if you put in the hard work, you're determined, and you stay in the right mindset, you can reach your goals. You can chase your dreams, just like I did. You can too. Thank you so much for listening to my talk. Now, as I said, I am a dentist, but something else that I also like to do is to help prospective dental students. So you can see the QR code here. If you scan the QR code, that will take you to my Instagram page where you can contact me to find out information regarding how to get into dental school. And something I'm really excited about is I'm the author of an upcoming book, soon to be released, called How to Get Into Dental School. It gives you all the tips and tricks and advice onto how to best get into dental school and how to best portray yourself and give the best application. So you can learn from my failures so that you can be successful the first time round. Now, mentoring potential dental students is something I've been doing for quite a while now. I generally get contacted online by people wanting to study dentistry. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to contact me. I will be running some courses as well about getting into dental school. So I look forward to seeing you on those. Thank you.